Welcome into this video. My name is Laura. I am a somatic coach and a trauma-informed yoga teacher, and I would like to invite you to practice with me today. And today for me is being in France in a yurt. Not sure how you pronounce that in English. And at the end of the day of work, I would love to unwind my body, and being away from home, being in a place that I do not know actually, I noticed that I need a lot of nurturing, that through the thoughts and mind patterns that have been with me for the last couple of days, I realized that I really need to orient myself toward nurturing myself. And it's interesting because it has to do with the earth as well. Well, if you want to take that road with me and contemplation with me, when we talk about nourishment, well, a big teacher for that is the earth, the soil, yeah, that nourishes everything into being. And without all of that, without all the plants, we would not exist. So I would like to invite you to my contemplation that is in process, which is a contemplation around finding those qualities of nourishment and finding the earth, the bond with the earth, and finding how to cultivate that within ourselves. And where that inquiry is taking me personally is into blood, actually. Yeah, if we want to weave ecology with somatics, which is something that apparently exists, and I'm so thrilled to know that that's a discipline, ecosomatics. Oh, it makes so much sense for me. If you're in the world of somatics, maybe you've noticed that coming back to your body is taking you back to the earth, actually, to everything outside of this body, and that it's all linked together. And for me, so that inquiry into the earth is an inquiry maybe into blood, because blood is nourishment, isn't it? The sensation also of lineage, just as the earth has welcomed generation and generation of humans from which we come from. Also, we all have our lineages, and you know how sometimes the earth is passed down to from one generation to another. Hopefully we can understand that earth being passed on not as ownership but as guardianship, as being the steward of the land. But that idea of generation and generation carrying um, a knowledge and being passed on because we abide in the same earth, which is being challenged nowadays because we travel everywhere, and I'm guilty of that too. But that idea that the earth also carries a lineage is being passed down. And I think it refers to the blood also, of course, the blood lineage, yeah, why we are part of families. Um, Most of the often, let's say that often rather, it's through bloodline, yeah. And then the blood is nourishment. The blood is going to go throughout the body and nourish all the cells that needs nutrients. And it's going to take that all to take also everything that the cell does not need anymore and can be recycled. So the blood is the vehicle for that too. So in my contemplation during the day about, okay, what about the earth and what about the blood, I felt there could be connection there. Another thing that I'm going to inquire through movement, and I'm inviting you to share that moment with me, is when we look at the embryology and the development of the body. Um, I did a free mini course on that, actually, on space, and to explore space, we go back to the embryology. And so at the beginning, we form a front space and a back space, a front body, let's say, and a back body. Yeah, after the sperm and the egg combine, and they make a group of cells, and then that group of cells is going to flatten and then develop a front body and a back body. And what's interesting is that the front body is going to later on come inward and create the many organs in our body. Yeah. And so that front body can be seen as a space for nourishment as well. We create a space of nourishment that will become our organs. So later on in life, we can keep nourishing ourselves. Whereas the back body might more be seen as protective qualities, properties. That is not the truth. Yeah, that's so it's something I've learned with Bonnie Bainbridge-Kine, who founded Body Mind Centering, and she always say, "What I'm saying is not the truth; it's my truth." And I invite you to explore your own truth. And so this is an embodied practice. This is for you to see: does the front space feel nourishing to you? Does the back space feel protecting to you? So it's nothing to take as a theory, but as an inquiry, really. So I want to invite you to an exploration where we explore the front space. We'll connect with the front space more, maybe a little bit with the back, but the focus will be on the front space. And then we'll explore the blood, because actually the blood in that shape of the embryo, where we have a front body, a back body, and then there will be a layer in between. It's a different space of the embryo, but anyway, we will see appearing in the front body, in the front bubble, let's say, that we call the yolk sac. Okay, so on the yolk sac, we will see appearing blood vessels or blood. I'm not sure. I find a word right now what it is, but it's not vessel. I think it's something else, but agglomeration of blood, let's say, like blood together that is going to pulsate. And when we take that yolk sac in, we take the blood in, and it's going to form the blood vessels as well, and the circulation throughout the body that is becoming. So for me, inquiring into how can I nourish myself now that I'm away from many things I know, I'm away from people I know. It's a land I don't know either. How can I nourish myself? The inquiry go through embryology, because it brings me to remember I did that before. I nourished myself before. I did it before. I can do it again, and maybe I can do it while inquiring or retracing what I did before with my environment now. And speaking of environments, not just what's around me, it's within me too. So we are also into that idea of ecosomatics, of the nature being all around, and we are part of it, absolutely. Yeah. So there's a connection, and nature is a big teacher as well. So, okay, that's a lot of sharing. Take whatever resonates, and we'll practice together. I'm going to put some music in my ears. You are free to practice with music, without music, as you wish. Okay. And I would invite you to start in any position. Let's start with the ground, connecting with the earth and the soil and the earth qualities of nourishment. And I'm aware that the sun is setting already, so it's getting darker and darker. Which reminds me of a poem by David White, Time to Go into the Dark. Time to go into the dark, where the night has eyes to recognize its own. It's a beautiful poem called Sweet Darkness. If you feel a little despair at times, read it, memorize it. It's beautiful. It might even implement some or give some more material for inquiry into nourishment, actually. But that's another topic, and I should not digress too much, which I have done already. Okay, so put some music or not. Forgive me for the poor lightning. Just hear what I'm saying, because this is going to be a free movement session. I will not invite you to copy my movement, because you should find your own. They will express your own nourishment. And so start in any position that helps you find the earth and the earth qualities of nourishment. I will start in child pose. I feel cold there, actually. So in whatever position, you might be lying down, sitting or standing. You can push into the floor or just rest your body there. And have a moment of connecting with the ground, sensing it, noticing the part of yourself that rests on the floor, and maybe you want to move a little bit more to find more of yourself on the floor, or explore different body part touching the floor. Stay with that and see where that leads you. The invitation to feel the earth receiving you. Yeah. The floor receiving you wherever you go, wherever you are. Notice if you can use your breath also to increase that sensation of being received. Inhaling, and on the exhale, being mindful of the release of the body toward the floor. The body releasing more itself into the floor on the exhale. Even if you go away from the floor and use the push action, you're still in contact with it. Like you're rooting yourself into it. Finding your roots into the floor, pushing into the earth. I invite you to go slow, to take exquisite time to really notice all the way you're being received by the earth. Really enjoying that relationship between body and earth, body and floor. Maybe your whole body is getting to touch the floor. Like the floor would have some painting and you want to paint your whole body, so you've got to roll on the floor to paint your whole body with the colors of the earth. Enjoy that more, or if you feel ready, knowing that the colors of the earth are on your body and that the relationship is always there for you to tap into. Notice how much you can get away from the earth, maybe lifting your heart away, lifting your belly away, coming up standing, but still sensing the earth embracing your body, still sensing the connection, the relation with the earth, so that if you start to move away, the connection is not lost and you still feel somehow the qualities of the earth, the nourishment, the colors of the earth on your body. Maybe with a bigger focus on the front body, okay? And I notice that I'm touching myself a lot, which you can do, is touching the front body, the front of your body, to really sense it. Oh. And if you're doing that, imagine touching yourself with earth qualities of nourishment, lineage. So when we speak of lineage, we also speak of belonging. So this body belongs. Isn't that nourishing to think of? Belonging of this body to this earth, wherever we are, we belong. The earth receives us. We belong already. let's tap a little bit more into the front body. Maybe you're standing and that's great. If not, maybe just sit up or wherever you are. Maybe if you're standing, open your arms slightly to the side, palms facing toward. And I would invite you to imagine, so the land around you. Where is the land for you? Do you have a garden nearby? Do you have a park nearby your building? Do you have a plant somewhere in your room or in the next room? And imagine the spirit of that land coming towards you. The colors of that land coming towards you, embracing your body, like telling it, you belong to me, and I belong to you. I mean, in a way, or just you belong to me. I'm here nourishing you. Feeling that bond with the land, with the plants, with everything alive from the earth. Imagining the soil underneath the home, the house, underneath the building, and welcoming the support of the soil into your body. I invite you to just notice for you what arises when I talk about nourishment and earth. What is nourishing for you right now in your environment? Inside environment, outside environment, the same. What is nourishing for you? And imagine collecting those things that nourishes you in the center of your palm. Maybe it's something that happened today. Spend some time in the garden and working in the garden. That was so nourishing. So I'm welcoming that experience into my palms. Or the sun was so nourishing and so soft today, or I had a great conversation and that was nourishing for me. Maybe I see some colors or some texture in my environment that are nourishing, that feel soothing. Welcoming that in my hands, and when you're ready, let's take a Qigong movement, kind of gathering peaceful Qi, except that here we gather nurturing Qi. So inhale, arms to the side and up, bending the elbows. Exhale, hands coming down. Maybe slightly turn toward your body. Actually, imagine radiating all those nurturing energies from your palms into your body. And do that a few times. Inhale. Exhale. Imagine your spine or your lungs receiving the nurturing chi. Inhale. Exhale. Take your time and see what part of yourself responds. Maybe the shoulder relaxes, the throat softens, the esophagus also relax. Maybe the intestines are welcoming that, whatever. One last time, inhale. Now take your hands much closer towards your body and pose a little bit in front of the hands, in front of the head. Noticing if you can sense the space between your face and your hands. Then going toward the throat, noticing can you sense the space between the throat and the hands, between the shoulders and the hands, the heart and the hands, the chest, the belly, the pelvis, going all the way down in front of the legs, the thighs. Maybe they want to play with the space, let them do that. The knees. And all the way down towards the feet. Hope you're having yummy feelings just as I am. And let's embrace the tree, Qigong, also called embrace the void. So hands are extending in front of you like you're holding the void or embracing a tree. Middle finger facing each other, joints are relaxed. And let's inhale into that space, opening maybe the arms. We're deviating from Qigong here. And exhale, coming back. Hands are in front of the navel, more or less. Inhale. Exhale. Just to tap into the front space. Inhale. Exhale. So the space is supporting us also, supporting our arms, expanding toward the side. Exhale. Inhale. And imagine that front space getting bigger, embracing your body just as the earth did. So that if you start to just slightly move here, you're being followed and supported and guided by the space. And not moving by yourself, you're moving with the space. Observe. You can tap into that. It might take a few practice sessions. Yeah? Or it might take opening your mind. The fact that the body remembers having a front body, being an embryo, front nourishing bubble that guided it into becoming, into the gesture of the body, into being a body that we have now. Yeah? So you can free yourself from the pattern, movement pattern we were in, and just play with your sensation of being embraced by the space that has nourishing qualities. Let's stay with that for a moment. Just move as you are guided to move. Feel free to not stay standing and to change position, getting to the earth, staying supported. Whether you're moving forward or moving back, the front space is always there. Moving to the side, to the other side, wherever you are. Front space nourishing you here. Next inquiry into that front space is the ability to condense the space. So there would be a drawing ourselves inward, condensing, not compressing, you're condensed. Letting yourself get smaller. Just when we exhale, we also get smaller a little bit. And I inhale, expand with the space of your body and outside your body. And let's see if we can play with that, expanding, condensing the space in front of us. Can take the condensing as a drawing the nurturing qualities into a very specific part of the body, and expanding would be opening, diffusing all those qualities across the body, around the body. Stay with that. However it resonates for you, whatever comes, maybe something else comes, follow that. Stay with the earth, stay with the space, whatever calls you home in your body. Stay here or continue with me coming back to standing, palms facing outward, just observing how we feel. So now we've lowered down the volume of our movement, but we notice the body didn't stop moving inside. And so let's take a moment just to observe what is that inner dance in us. Maybe we still move a little bit, but I will invite you to lower the movement a lot and stay almost still or in the same position anyway. Stay connected to your breath. And inquire into how is that nourishing? How does that nourishes you? Those little movement of the body, sensing the aliveness of the body, forming and dissolving forms within yourself, massaging yourself from the inside. Oh. Still inquiring into what is nourishing for you right now. And noticing that you're nourishing yourself with the support of the earth, of the space, but it's something you can do for yourself. You have the capacity for nourishment, self-nourishing. And that's always something great to have in mind, that we can do that for ourselves. And our body is here for us. Well, we're here for the body. Yeah, no ownership, it's stewardship, guardianship. Okay, let's go a little bit more into the blood now. Let's come back to embracing the tree, embracing the void. I will invite you with your hands to do like a pulsation pattern, because that would be the blood, the agglomeration of blood. I can't remember the word right now. On the front space, pulsating. Let's just have that feeling of pulsation. And maybe you can even invite the plant of your feet to pulsate into the floor if you're standing, and to get into that rhythm of pulsation. Let's move a little bit with that so we get more familiar with it. The pulsation pattern. At some point, imagine that front space that comes within, that withdraw inside to create organs and take with it the blood pulsating. And so your whole body starts to pulsate, remembering that point in time in the development of the embryo. Finding the aliveness of the body inside pulsating. Oh. And now you find other kind of movement within yourself, I'm sure. Maybe you notice that really gives you warmth as well. You can refine the sense of pulsation, you can make it less strong and just feel it inside, guiding you into movement as well. Knowing that blood vessels are being formed within you, they are there nourishing every part of your body. And it's just been movement for the last moment, few minutes. Dancing with everything that's moving, with everything that's relevant for you in that inquiry into nourishment. Blood, space, earth. inner environment being the outer environment as well. Inquiring what is nourishing for you? What is nourishing for me? Being led into that movement, being guided. Mhm. Mhm. Calling into your palms, into your feet, what you can observe from your environment, what you can feel that is nourishing to. Yeah. Sensing the blood going around in circular movement around your body, nourishing everything inside your body. Feeling at home into that flow, into what you feel. I would invite you to slow down just enough so you can be guided even more. Not guiding the movement, but listening your sensation and guiding you into movement, into nourishment. Mm. And don't hesitate to pause so you can breathe more where you are and nourish more specifically a part of your body. Mm. Mm. Nourishing with breath, nourishing with blood, nourishing with feeling the earth or feeling the space. Mm. Let your sensation guide you into nourishment. Reminding yourself that your body is also a space for nourishment, just like the earth. You can expand it, you can condense it. We could continue for hours and hours, but if you want to bring this to a close with me, find a way to bring to a close your movement and tap into the inner dance again. Maybe hands on your heart. Trying to keep silence within yourself for your body to speak to you, or the earth intelligence, the earth wisdom, the space wisdom to speak to you now that you've gone back to the relationship with it. See what arises within yourself. And desire to hug yourself, maybe. Hmm. Oh, it's dark now. I'm gonna leave you here. Wish you a beautiful day ahead or evening ahead, and see you soon.